Well, hello again, everybody. It's Brian Stott with Maxwell Realty Canada. I'm excited to announce a brand new technology for us. We affectionately call it eFlow, and we've put it inside of the Maxwell Maximum marketing system in order to make your email marketing and sort of no-look campaigns really easy and effective. So this is just a brief introduction and overview of what eFlow is all about and where you can find it. So as you can see on my screen here in front of you, there is maxcentral.ca, the main Grand Central station for all. Right here, the very first button, one of our very favorite buttons is the Maxwell Maximum Marketing System button. We're just going to go ahead and click that button, and that will take us over to the Maximum Marketing System. Now you'll notice this looks exactly the same as it has. With one little difference, we've added a button here called Campaigns, which is our eFlow button. If you click on the Campaigns button, now we're going to see that there's a whole bunch of pre-built, professional-looking campaigns that are already designed in order to help you stay in touch with your contact list and moving forward with different email marketing campaigns. Because we've already pre-built these ones, we'll go ahead and look at those first. But remember, going forward, you always have the opportunity to build your own campaigns as well. So here is where you would click on new campaigns. You can also find your existing campaigns that are running um, also in this top window, but these are the pre-built ones. So let's go ahead and pretend like we're going to set up a new pre-built campaign. So let's just say I want the Holidays in Canada campaign to run for my contact list. Here, what we have is a holidays campaign that is date-based. We have the opportunity to do two different style of campaigns. This one is a date-based campaign because all of the dates are specific to the individual holidays. So New Year's, Family Day, Daylight Savings, St. Patrick's, they all fall on a specific day. The other type of campaign that you can build is a time-based campaign. And that's a situation where you would have an email that goes out, and then 4 days later you want another email to go out, and then 12 days later another email to go out. That would be an example of a time-based campaign. So in this campaign, the holidays campaign 2018 for Canada is a date-based campaign, and these are all of the different touch events. Okay, you can see there's a little envelope beside touch one. That means it's an email that's going to go out. All of these are email touch events. Okay, so if I just click select the campaign, I can call it whatever I want. In this case, I'm going to call it Test Holidays, and I just click the next button. Really fairly simple. This portion will take a little longer to load than normal because we have high quality photography, and it's also loading rules at the same time. So it takes a few seconds. Now, what you'll notice as soon as you get here is that this campaign's already been running since the beginning of the year. So we have check marks of ones that there's no sense in sending out a St. Patrick's Day campaign now because it's already passed. So what we have is all of these ones are already passed. We wouldn't want to send any of those. Now we're going to start here with Father's Day. Each one of these additional emails has an on and an off button. Presently, by default, they're all set to on. If I decided that I didn't really like Coffee Day, for example, I thought it was a little too flippant for my particular contact list that I'm sending out, I can very easily just flip that off. Okay, so if I flip the button to off, now you see that all these are on, this one here is off. I can also click on any of these, say Thanksgiving, and I can preview or edit the project, just like you would with a project anywhere else in the Maximum Marketing System. If I preview it, what I'm going to have here is look at what that campaign is going to look like going forward. I can read the text, make sure it's good, make sure it's kosher for the people that I'm sending it out to. I can also click edit on the project. It'll take me into an edit window. So here I would have opportunity to switch out that photo if I wanted to put something else, maybe something a little bit more personal. And just like the same workflow that we have everywhere else in the Maximum Marketing System, you can either click on the text button, the agent button, or just click save and continue. That'll boot me over to the next button. Okay, so I have the opportunity to put in a disclaimer. I have opportunity to change any of the text. I can change the headline. I can add a second agent to my campaign if I wanted to. I'm fine with all of those, so I'm just going to go save and continue. And here again, I have the opportunity to change all of my agent information that goes out in that particular piece. I go save and continue. There we go. I've had an opportunity to edit that one. So I'm happy with the rest of this campaign the way that it is. So all I have to do now is add my contacts. So here it says I need to add contacts to this campaign because right now I have a campaign, but I'm not sending it to anybody. So if I click on Manage My Contacts, I have to add contacts to this campaign. So I can add them by simply clicking on the contacts link, and then I can choose a group that I have built. Now, I don't actually have any groups in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and add in a group. Okay, so if I go over here to my contacts tab right up in the top, click on contacts, what I want to do is I want to import contacts. So I'm going to import a new test list of contacts so I know which ones I'm looking at. Okay, that'll be my new group. So I'm calling it a test list of contacts. If I click next, I have all of these options. I can pull straight from my Gmail, Office 365, or Outlook. I can also pull a CSV or Excel file from my Dropbox directly, but I actually happen to have an Excel or CSV file directly on my desktop that I wanted to use. So here's my user sample. I'm just going to grab that, and this brings in all of the information of that particular CSV list that I exported, either from my mail or I just have a contact list, maybe from a CRM manager that I use. Now I have to tell the program which of these columns I want to use. So this is obviously the email column. So I want to choose the drop-down menu email address. This is quite obviously the first name. So, and it asks me, is this a contact? Yes or no? So that it's referring to this very top line. Is this a contact? Well, no, this is the header row of my spreadsheet. So I'm going to say no, that's not a contact. But this column is actually my first name. This column is the last name. And the rest of these I probably don't need. So the system has gone ahead and put a skip column in there. If I wanted to actually pull those in, I could pull in any of these different things. If I wanted to pull in, for example, phone number, I could do that. Say this is the phone number that I want. Maybe I might also want to do street address 1. There's the city. So I'm just going to I'll put the state and province, we'll put our postal code, and that allows me to populate all of these different columns directly into my contact list. So I've got it just the way that I want it. There's the email address, first name, last name. I'm going to skip that column because I already have first name and last name. Their title I don't really need. So I've got it just the way that I want. So I'm going to click next. Oh, I've got an error here. Please assign items to only one column. So I've got email address, first name, last name. I've obviously got a double in here. Oh, there it is. There, I had a double on the phone number. So we've corrected that error. I click next and I can move on. So I've imported 5 new contacts and all I have to do is just click next, and now my 5 new contacts have gone into the list. So I'm going to click done. So now I have contacts in my list. I'm just going to go back to my campaigns. And if you remember, I named it Test Holidays 2018. I'm going to go right back to where I was working. I'm going to click Manage My Contacts. I'm going to click on the contacts link. And now I have the opportunity to pull that list that I just put in there. This is my groups, test list of contacts. There are those 5. I just hit select. Okay, it populates my group. Okay, now at this point, I can save this campaign and I'm ready to go. Okay, here's my list of contacts. You can see their email, first name, last name, everything's in there properly. I've got all my events, I'm ready to go. Now all I have to do is just hit start. Now it says up here, I get a green bubble, says success. My campaign is activated and it is ready to go. So now come Father's Day, those people in my contact list are automatically going to get an email from me regarding Father's Day. And I can take a look at what that email is going to look like. It's quite literally just a set it and forget it kind of a campaign. If you want to take it deeper, you can customize any of these campaigns or you can create your own. And perhaps we'll do an additional video down the road about that. So if I wanted to at some point pause my campaign, say I decided I don't want to send this anymore, and of course this is just a test, so I don't want it to send anyways. All I simply have to do is just hit pause, and now it's been stopped. I wanted to show you just one more quick thing just to give you an overview of campaigns. If I go back here to monthly newsletter, for example, you'll notice in the monthly newsletter campaign, there's a bunch of different actions here. The point of these different actions is if I just click on one, what it says here is the January campaign is set to go out January 9th. But on January the 5th, an action is set in the campaign to send me a notification that the monthly newsletter is going to be sent to my contacts in 4 days. If I have a listing I would like to feature, please go and edit the newsletter now. So I'm going to get a reminder that my e-newsletter is about to go out to my contacts in 4 days. I can log back into the Maximum Marketing System. I can actually edit the particular project for a particular month, and there I could add my feature listing to go out just like that. We believe that we have made it really, really super easy for everybody. And that is certainly something that we've been working hard on here at Maxwell Realty. I hope that you find this video helpful and at least give you a brief overview. It's a deep system and we want you to be using it. And we expect that you will have great success with this going forward. Thanks for being part of the Maxwell family and enjoy the rest of your day.